So today, on Tuesday, the 2nd of June, 2026, has been released a second trailer for Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. So, following the very exciting and hyped initial first reveal trailer for that game in December 2025 at the Game Awards 2025. So I just learned that this new trailer was out. Of course, I really like Tomb Raider, and I'm just looking at this for the first time. And even though I'm not much of a reaction guy, I'm not very external in that way. I'm very interested in seeing what is in store for this game. I may offer my little comments if I have any. So, yeah, let's watch that trailer.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you. Hard woman to track down.
What is she wearing? It's reminding me of the. Oh my god. I like her attitude.
Ms. Croft.
And her suit. Oh my god.
When it comes to retrieval, you're the one to hire.
That's Natla, the bear. Oh my god.
This isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place.
Oh, thank god.
This is a puzzle. Buried in centuries of silence. You don't strike me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it.
Oh, she looks amazing.
There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
Okay, that looks like stuff from the newer games. Some sort of mechanic from the newer games. Wow, she looks amazing. Wow.
Gotta say, you captured your good side.
Okay, so that's going to
You're
be a
assuming I've
cutscene.
got a bad side.
Oh, she does. Nice. Okay. Ugh. Why is it all blurry? Initial thoughts about this trailer. Not as emotionally engaging as the first one, the reveal one. Maybe because we were kind of expecting something new at the time, and just the music was so amazing, and the presentation was truly stellar. This is more a standard trailer. That being said, it looks amazing. I love the attitude that she has so far. It really feels more like the classic Lara Croft attitude than the reboot Survivor attitude. Just the design, physically, she looks like Lara Croft, as I would imagine her, and the environments look incredible, very detailed, very interested. I'm very interested to explore them. I hope that we can really explore the environments, and that we're not really, there's not too much funneling the player through the environments. We saw a lot in this trailer. We saw how she moves around, enemies, new enemies, the bear, Natla. Clearly her model is based on Anniversary, from what I know of it, and not from the classic Tomb Raider, the first game for PS1 and PC. So, not a big fan of the design for Natla, but I know a lot of people like that design. Yeah, I wanted to watch it again. Let's watch it again. So not an emotional reaction, just very interested to see so much content in this trailer is revealed.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you.
So that was Egypt, and we heard, I'm guessing, Larson coming on to Lara, actually, initially in the first game, and maybe in this one, I don't know. They made him look very much like a bum, but in the first game's remaster, he looks properly groomed and therefore enticing. So he seems to have downgraded a little bit. Poor Larson. But so the same situation seems to be set up here. So Larson tracks down Lara on behalf of Natla, and she's in a hotel lobby. Okay, so this situation is clearly from the beginning of the game where she's in Peru looking for the entrance to the city of Vilcabamba and eventually tomb of Qualopec. So in the original, we don't get to play this. I don't know how much we'll get to play this. In an Anniversary, there's a little tiny bit of environmental interaction, but so far it looks like there's mostly cutscenes and perhaps minimal interaction. Her outfit, though, hello? I mean, it's great. It looks like a mix between the outfit from Rise of the Tomb Raider, which had a really noticeably red, a lighter red than this, a red coat, a winter coat, very heavy coat, very nicely designed coat, and the sexiness from the classic games, which make absolutely no sense in this weather and environment, which is absolutely correct. It fits absolutely the character and what she stands for and what she should be, in my opinion. So I'm glad to see that there's some sort of mix. They really, the designers for this really are audacious enough to do this. So let's see.
Hard woman to track down.
Okay, so she pushes the guide, the man that we saw, or woman, I'm not sure, away from danger. So she does have some sort of care for others. In the original cutscene of the first game, she does try to save the guide who's being attacked by wolves, although she doesn't really make too much of a big deal of his death eventually. She just moves on. But we do see that she cares in some way about life, not only her own. Also, the voice, the male voice that we heard, is not this guy's voice. It's Larson in the hotel. So she used her grapple, I guess, to survive.
Well, you found me.
Okay, so the hotel situation here in India, I believe, judging by her position, with not legs crossed per se, but one leg on top of each other, in arms across the couch like this, spread around, in a tilted body, a very masculine kind of attitude of defiance in front of this stranger, perhaps, that comes to, as we know, suggest something in terms of business, but could be initially something more sexual in nature, a command of some sort. So she is not necessarily impressed, but she is unfrightened, completely open to everything, and just, here I am, as I am. Well, you found me. And the attitude on the face clearly signals to me what I just described. And just in terms of graphics, the animation is truly amazing for this part. So I'm guessing this is a cutscene. Of course, you're not going to play this, I guess. But she's already in the very improbably, she's already wearing the suit that we know her from, including the backpack, which why is she wearing that in the hotel lobby, if that is that place. But she's ready. She's ready for adventure and open to any kind of danger eventually.
Ms. Croft, I hear.
All right, amazing. So we get the acrobatics that started in the first game with the flips, the side flips, the back flips, and the handstand that was later refined and expanded in the first reboot series of the game with Anniversary, Legend, and Underworld. And this is brought back. So we will be able to, I'm certain of it, in gameplay, to use these features. The voice we hear is Natla. So the trailer really uses this very common figure or trope in film where we hear something that will be shown in a moment, and we can intuit that because, of course, why would Lara be speaking right now? But what is being said is demonstrated visually that when it comes to retrieval, she will stop at nothing, and she has all the abilities required to do the task at hand.
When it comes to retrieval, you're the one to hire. This isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place.
I love that. As I said in my initial reaction, it's not about money. We know that because in the original she said, I only do it for sport. And it's not for the glory. She is her own self-fulfilled and self-made person. She doesn't need the glory. And it's not to make the world a better place. I love that they put this in, because we might have had the idea initially that from various comments or leaked comments or other products in the series that there would be this willingness to make her some sort of white angel, some sort of heroine in a very pure sense. Whereas in the original game and series, she can help others. She can save the world, but she is an ambiguous character, and she does not aim first and foremost to help the world. She is fascinated by the unknown, by the past, by things to be discovered.
This is a puzzle, buried in centuries of silence.
She is fascinated with puzzles, and so the whole game makes way and place for puzzles to be developed, which are not necessarily the typical puzzles. It could be in the original a jump puzzle, a platforming puzzle. The whole room could be a huge puzzle. Let's hope that this kind of gameplay comes back. Here we saw excerpts from the city of Vilcabamba, which is in the original not a puzzle. It's just a sort of a fetch quest where you have to find missing items to put into a mechanism to make it work to progress in the game. But here, clearly, some sort of puzzle is involved. So it seems to me that they will keep the spirit of the original, but develop new puzzles around them.
You don't strike me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it. There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
So gone are the days of the old, blocky, portable computer. This is Natla. She seems very young. That's my opinion. She seems a bit too young. But as I mentioned, she is based on apparently the model of Anniversary, where she was not so young, but just the way that her hair looks pulled back instead of like a sort of a bob in the original game. A certain cleavage, but not as revealing as Natla's cleavage in the original game, which was really odd in a way. This is more of a typical business attire. So Lara would not have any reason to fear that this woman would be anything else than what she is. All right, so this was part of the probably the scene that we've seen before, where Lara encounters the T-Rex and dinosaurs, mostly the T-Rex, and it seems like it will be part of a scene, and maybe gameplay will be involved, but it seems like it will be more like a cutscene. All right, so now we're in Egypt, and we can see that the enemies have returned from the original, and this is one of the deadlier enemies in the game, the Panther, which in the original inflicts very heavy damage. We can see that the decor, the environment is very detailed just by the way the hieroglyphs are presented as something that used to be painted, but that time wore out, and the beautiful light effects and shadows from some sort of opening in the ceiling. So very detailed, very interested. And we have seen just before that the panther leapt forward. That Lara apparently was just standing or squatting in front of it, observing it. So they are observing each other in this battle to be fought. So once again, she is unafraid, and this trailer really signals that in many different ways. So we see her in different actions, leaping, shooting, and we've seen, I think, very quickly, the Midas, I should say, the Midas room, which has been reinvented completely. I saw the picture on the website earlier because they were released or leaked, and I do remember seeing the hand somewhere, but I can't see it right now, but I'm assuming it will be there somewhere. And of course, the surprise transformation of Lara into a golden statue will be something that most fans will be looking forward to seeing. And this is the rather ham-looking Larson, I assume.
Gotta say, I captured your good side.
And the magazine is showing us that Lara is already established. See, she is not only an adventurer, she's not only a daredevil, she is a celebrity featured in astonishing travels. So Lara Croft in Bigfoot Country. So the contrary to the original, the magazine doesn't reveal to us that there, exist really Bigfoot creatures, but the possibility that it does, and that she would be the one to come face to face with it in this very similarly confident attitude and pause.
You're assuming I've got a bad side.
And we know that she does from the original games, so hopefully this bad side does come into play in this very cheeky way that defined the original Lara Croft character. Fingers crossed, no hand wringing, no weepy scenes. This is not the game for this. This is to show true adventure, skill, courage, blind courage perhaps, but courage nonetheless, and a true desire to cross barriers and fulfill oneself, fulfill the individual that she represents. All right. Fantastic. The date has been pushed back. It was supposed to be released in 2026, and rumors were circulating that the game would be released in 2027, which I think is perfectly acceptable. There is nothing worse than a company rushing developers to release a game that's unfinished on the promise that, oh, they will be able to upload upgrades later on. So February 2027 will coincide, of course, with Lara Croft's birthday. It will be the celebration at that moment for the 30th anniversary of the series. This is a bonus outfit, which is fine, but it actually doesn't look bad at all. I had a little reaction because I'm not a big fan of the Survivor games. But I also saw online that a Angel of Darkness outfit will be released, which really is a great idea, but also signals that other outfits from the series will probably show up. So that's very exciting. All right, so this is my reaction and thoughts and comments from watching it. Very excited. I'm definitely going to play this game, of course, and I am confident that it's going to be great at this point. I really, from the first trailer, I was very excited, very hopeful, but now I feel confident that this will be great. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will keep on looking for this as this reveal continues eventually in the coming months. And in the meantime, if you haven't done so, why not play Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered to get your feet wet into this series. Goodbye.